Barclays plc Bank has been in the market since 1690, when John Frame and Thomas Gould first opened their doors in London. Their first premises were in Lombard Street, where they traded successfully for more than 30 years. According to the data monitor by market share, Barclays is the largest financial services provider globally with $3.7 trillion of assets. Today, Barclays presents a mixture of bank with great history and rich tradition who has always reached out to the future. The same mixture that finds her well prepared to weather the storm of current financial crisis.
You know, seeing the big picture, having the big idea, clinching the big deal. Nobody wants to clinch the little deal. Who wants to do that? Be a little deal clincher, a small shop. You know, when you go and get a burger, you want a Big Mac. You go to the fun fair, you ride Big Dipper. You turn on TV and you see Big Bird, or you're afraid of the big bad wolf. When I was growing up, I wanted to be the big man. I never wanted to be the little man. Even the little man wanted to be the big man. When you go to America, you want to go to the Big Apple, not the Little Apple. When I get up in the morning, I want a big breakfast. I want my girlfriend to say, "Good morning, big boy." To which I'll reply, "I've got a big day today, big meeting with the big chiefs from a big studio. It's a big time for the big bucks." And she'll turn to me, rolling her big blue eyes and say, "Big head." I'll retort, "What's the big deal?" and give her a big kiss. And I'll get into my big car, set out into the big wide world. She'll give me a big wave, close the door of our big house, look in the mirror and ask herself, "Does my bum look big in this?" And in my big meeting, I'll turn to one of the big hitters and I'll say, "I love this movie. It's got to be big. There's only one small problem, my fee. I'd like it to be, what's the word?
Barclays' structure with main industry is made up of three different clusters. The Global Retail and Commercial Bank, which has 3 units, the Bank and Management Investment with 3 categories, and finally the Group Center comprising different head office support functions.
As part of the competitive positioning, we looked at 5 US, European and UK banks, Lloyds, Barclays, HSBC, Santander and Citi. We noted that most of the big global players hold a number of brands across different segments. For example, Barclays has Warwick for mortgages, Barclaycard for credit cards, Barclays Capital for investment banking and Barclays Premier for their private banking. Each of these brands has a connect with different customer segments and preferences. We then analyze the strategic priorities of each of these global banking groups. What is common across most of them is a strong focus on customer relationship and understanding their changing needs. Emerging from the crisis, most of the banks are also focused on managing costs and their capital efficiency, and some are looking at innovation, for example Citibank, in products and services to find new opportunities. Barclays' strategic priorities include staying close to customers, managing risk and allocation of capital to name. We looked at the map of Barclays with its key competitors in retail banking. As you can see, Barclays is amongst the highest on cost-to-income ratio with 61%, but in the mid-range for loan-to-deposit ratio 107%. Lloyds rates very high on loan-to-deposit ratios with 166%. In addition to the financial reports, we looked at analyst reviews on FT, CNBC to understand the key areas of performance in investment banking. We find that Barclays is more focused on the bond or fixed income market. Their overall performance has improved by 15% from last year.
In the post-crisis economic phase, international financial organizations are those mostly exposed to governmental changes. In many countries, governments impose giant support programs for banks. Nevertheless, financial institutions are under immense pressure due to governmental instability all over the world. Slow pace of recovery maintains lower consumption and price sensitiveness. Not only companies but also individuals are kept in uncertainty by governmental interactions to stimulate economies. In the era of customization and incredibly fast spreading of information, satisfying customers' needs become more demanding and challenging than ever before. New technologies allow to reach for much wider groups of prospective customers. From the business perspective, online banking becomes one of the most important distribution channels due to its efficiency, flexibility, universality and low costs. Major players are proud of their sustainability, taking care of so-called triple bottom line. Inevitably, governments with the biggest problems with state budget deficits impose high regulatory and taxation burdens, what will eventually hit individuals.
Barclays' vision is to include the interests of all their stakeholders, from customers, employees, shareholders and the wider community, to become a universal bank, consumer and investment bank. Barclays' mission is to build the best bank in the UK, accelerate growth of global businesses, develop retail and commercial banking activities in selected countries outside the UK, and enhance operational excellence.
Robert Diamond is to become the new CEO of Barclays. He has a reputation of being a risk taker. Risk is essential to encouraging innovation, but how much impact can a CEO have on a company?
Barclays' 5 guiding principles are: winning together, achieving collective and individual success, best people, developing talented colleagues to reach their full potential to ensure a leading position in the global financial services industry, customer and client focus, understanding customers and serving them brilliantly, pioneering, driving new ideas, adding diverse skills and improving operational excellence, trusted, acting with the highest integrity to retain the trust of customers, external stakeholders and colleagues. It is a corporate bank, a financial partner for success, gives guidance for new business startups, supports creation of customer online payment systems, and helps producing business plans, including free seminars and free Barclays software. Barclays shows social responsibility with simple bank accounts to low-income people in developing countries. It offers basic banking services to prison inmates due for release and Barclays cash card account without an overdraft facility, limiting the risk of overspending for low-income customers. The One Pulse card. It's an Oyster card. Never need to preload the card. It's a credit card. And it's a contactless payment card.
Think about when you're buying small items like cups of coffee or even going to a car park and buying a car park ticket. You're always fumbling around for change. With contactless, it's quick, it's easy, and you don't need to fumble for change.
So how does it work? As the name suggests, contactless technology means your card isn't read by a machine like chip and pin. Instead, a tiny radio signal does the job in a fraction of the time.
The bank's strategy is to offer a full portfolio of services worldwide. It has a position in the private and in the investment banking. With the acquisition of Lehman Brothers, the Barclays became one of the biggest players in equity. Barclays' brand is continually promoted, for example through sponsorship of Premier League football. The brand name enables to expand on new markets, Barclays Cycle Hire and Barclays Travel Insurance. While offering a wide range of services provides opportunities, there is also the threat that customers may prefer to go to suppliers who present a more specialized approach. Barclays' strategy is mainly focusing on differentiation. It has a historic reputation, is available all over the world, and as a universal bank, is almost leading in all of its business divisions.